Hi everybody, this is Omri from Keto with Omri. I'm really happy to have you here and I really thank you for being here and watching my videos. I really want to start first with letting you know why I disappeared for 1 week. So basically I had last week some business events, so I had to devote a lot of time to these events, and it really took a lot of time from me. So it really prevented me of creating one more video or 2 or 3 more videos about my keto journey. So I'm really sorry about that, and I really hope that you understand it. But right now I have more time to devote to creating videos and sharing my experience and sharing my journey with you. So this is a good note. So cheers for that. The second news that I really want to share with you is that if you remember, if you are new to this channel, but if you are following me already, you know that I started my keto journey on January the 18th with 102.7 kilos, and I was really fat. I was really fat. And yesterday I measured myself to see how much I weigh right now. So believe it or not, but right now I'm at 83.1, which means that I'm down almost 20 kilos, and I'm almost 20 kilo less. So this is really huge announcement. It's really good news, because it means that it's working. The keto diet is working. I was fat since I remember myself. I tried, I think, all the diets on earth, tried to lose weight, and nobody told me, and that if you eat fat, you will lose fat or you will lose weight. Of course that you need some modifications to it and some adjustments to it, but at least something that is working. So it really makes me happy. It really motivating me, especially now that I can create these videos to share it with you and with other people, and to help them and motivate them and to show them results, because I think that people really appreciate results. They want to see results. They want to see that it's working, not by theory, not by the book, not by a movie, by a real person that really losing weight. So yeah, it's working right now. 83.1 kilos meaning almost 20 kilo less. So yeah, it's big amount of fat that I literally lost during 4 months, nearly 4 months, I think. Yeah, we are in May, so it's nearly 4 months. So yeah, I'm really happy about that, and I'm more happy about the privilege that I have to share it with you. So in this video, I'm going to talk to you about the question, should I measure my macros? So I was asking this question a lot. I didn't know what to do when I was started, and as I mentioned, if you follow me, you know my journey. I didn't research too much. I just literally jumped into the cold water, which was a big mistake. And I would put a link below this video in the description box to another video that I made about my journey, what I recommend to prevent. So this is for another occasion, but basically what I think is that you need to research. Just a side note. So basically I did not research, and as a result I didn't know what to do. So I asked myself a lot this question, if I should measure my macros. So if to answer it really simply, and if to just yes or no, so my answer to this question is that I do not measure my macros, and I do not recommend basically to do yourself hard times. And I think that measuring macros is going to do some hard times on you. And just imagine, just think about it. You are all your life you were eating carbs, you were consuming sugar, eating unhealthy, McDonald's, Burger King, and all this junk food, right? And all of a sudden you find out about the ketogenic diet, about eating more fat, moderate protein, no sugar, and really like little to no carbs. So on top of this, or in addition to all this, you should now measure your macros. Of course that you are going to make yourself so much hard times, or you know, to push yourself into the corner and to start do yourself really hard time on this ketogenic diet, which I do not recommend to do. And the reason is that you want to lose weight, and in order to lose weight you want like mentally be free. You don't want to, you know, or mentally or psychology to be free. You don't want to harsh yourself so much. So what I did basically, okay, so what I did in order to put it really straightforward, what I did basically is I took a piece of paper and I wrote what I, you know, some points about some foods that I knew that I'm going to eat the most. For example, I wrote about cauliflower, about avocado, about broccoli, about walnuts, about pecans. So I wrote just some notes, how much carbs, how much sugar, how much protein, okay, for each one of them. Of course, per 100 grams. So by the time I just remembered it, I'm not scaling it, I'm not measuring it like, you know, oh, 30 grams, no, it's 32 or 35. I just like take, you know, like I know by the eye, you know, when I look at it, I know how much, you know, around approximately I should eat. And right now, after 4 months, I know exactly when I you know, how much is enough for me. You know, I'm eating right now 1 meal a day in nearly 3 months, so I know how much I need. I know that I'm eating around 35 or 40 grams of peanuts per day because I really like it. You know, you don't have to eat peanuts. You can eat walnuts, you can eat pecans, or whatever nut that you like. You know, I don't think that you need to do this or this. It's not like black or white. There is gray area, right? So you can decide what you want to do as long as you are in keto, right? Very like if you keep it you know, below 20 grams a day carbs, of course no sugars, so you're okay, right? You're ready to go. So this is why I think that measuring your macros is really like going to do some hard times on you, and you don't really want it. You want to make it easy, to keep it simple, and I think that I can show you, I am a really live proof that it's working. You don't need to put yourself in the corner, you know, oh, I need to measure this, I need to measure this, and eventually you are just disappointed, or you are just like frustrated about this ketogenic diet. Because I think it is a really good note for you that ketogenic diet is not just to do a diet for 6 months, 5 months, or 1 year or 2 years and lose weight, and then to stop it and go back to carbs and go back to sugars and consuming all this junk food. I think that the ketogenic diet is more of a way of life. I'm not going to live this ketogenic diet. I'm going to stick by it and to keep, of course, using it. You know, I'm going to keep with the ketogenic diet. I'm not going to stop it because it's working. I'm already used to it. And I know that if I am going to consume again the carbs and the sugars, I will gain weight again, and I don't want it. So this is a good, I think, good note for you to make. The ketogenic diet, in my experience or in my view, is a way of life. So for example, when I make my veggie omelette, which is really good, really tasty, and I know that this, for example, the onion, I know that it has a little bit more sugar than other things, or a little bit more carbs than other things. I know that I can eat only one, But again, I'm not doing it every day, so it's okay. It's only onion. I'm not eating like, you know, Snickers. I'm not eating chocolates. It's okay. It's only an onion. It's okay. So yeah, the same thing with, for example, garlic. So I know that garlic is really, really healthy. It has a lot of benefits, but it has some sugars. It has some carbs. So I know that I can eat, you know, 2 pieces or 3 pieces of it. And that's it, you know, to keep it simple. It's not that hard. Or for example, when I make this veggie omelette, when I add the tomato to it, I know that I will add some 1 or 2 tomatoes to this omelette, right? I'm not eating this omelette every day, and guess what? It's not kicking me out of ketosis. There are a lot of other things that will kick you out of ketosis, but not this kind of stuff, okay? You are not eating 5 or 6 tomatoes. It's only 1 or 2, and this is why I think that keeping it simple will, you know, will help you to do this ketogenic diet much easier and much simple. So this is why I think you don't need to do some hard time on yourself. Or for example, as I mentioned, I'm eating every day the peanuts, salted peanuts. I know I'm reading this, you know, this nutrition facts in the, you know, here. And I know that I'm okay to eat 30 or 40 grams a day, and everything is okay. I will not be kicked out from the ketosis, from keto. So this is why I think, again, take the simple approach. Don't take, you know, don't kill yourself. Measuring macros is okay if you really want to know exactly how much you consume. You know, to measure everything and then to upload it to an app and to see this and that. It's okay, but take into consideration that it will take a lot of time of you. And if you like me, you know that you need to do some, you have some business events and you have this and that, and you need to devote some time to this and to devote some time to this. You don't really have the time to measure everything. So I think that if you measure it by the eye and you see, okay, this is approximately 30, 40, 50 grams, it's okay. As long as you know that you are not consuming more than 20 grams a day of carbs, that's okay, that's fine. Again, I think that you should look about the net carbs, not the total carbs, which means total carbs minus fiber. This is the net carbs, and this is how I work, you know, and it works. So I think that I covered everything about measuring macros. Again, I am not measuring macros, but at the beginning I just wrote to myself some notes, so I already remember. Maybe you can make yourself a note, you know, about the most common things that you eat. It will make it much easier, because then, you know, by the time you will remember. But that's it basically. So I think that I covered the whole topic about measuring macros. I am not measuring macros. I do not recommend to make hard times on yourself. But if you want, you are more than welcome to measure macros if you have the time and if you have the patience to do it. That's okay. It will work here and it will work here in both approaches. It's really up to you. I think that's it for today's video. I will make a lot more videos. So if you like this video, subscribe to my channel and give me a thumbs up. It really helps and motivates me to keep going. And if you have questions, just comment below or email me. I will do my best to reply to your message as soon as I see it, I promise. Also, follow me on Instagram. It's omrikarni1. And you know, I share there a lot about my journey, about my weight loss, about my recipes, about, you know, everything that I can think of. So yeah, see you in the next video. Cheers!